between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys.
Yay to kick off for Las Vegas.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Get fly, take trips, and that's that. Real rap, I let her get. She want it, she feel that. Convertible drop feel, 87 the top bill. Back. You know what it is. Yeah.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now running here with Jaden Blue. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. A 3rd down run with Blue. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back who knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
Blue here from the pistol. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
Perhaps a little misplaced sense of urgency on their opening drive. We'll find out together, and they're going for this from their own side. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion. Well, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side on a play like that, you would better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
So after coming through on 4th down into enemy territory, they go 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Blue. Has a lane inside the 35. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. You want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
Blue back there, 1st and 10. And he's been busy to start this one. Last play is 4th carry already. Back to the well again. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, Blue. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
On the give, it's Blue. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Handoff running left. It's Blue. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
Right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our 2nd quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. The give on 2nd here to Blue. He's going to be hauled down a few yards toward that first down marker, and also just beyond that, the goal line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Blue gets the handoff. And, ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down. Now, running was a long shot, right? We all knew that. And even with that small pickup, still a few yards away from moving those chains.
And I don't mind the run call. I really don't. Those can be very effective in those situations. But that defense, they were up for it, and they hit it before it got started.
And their first drive won't end in points after all. They stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. And the first carry here for Ashton Genty. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Down to the ground by D. Winters.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They go handoff to Washington. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. Offense in a hurry up here.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
They go inside, give to Washington. He's brought down. Play goes for, looks like about 11 yards. And that is good for a Raiders first down. Mendoza the hurry up here.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Raiders
giving this to Genty. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Offense to the line fast.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and
Mendoza on 2nd.
At the 15-yard line.
And they're going to get to him. They sit him down at his own 6. Rashawn Gary. And that's going to lead to a lengthy now 3rd and 21.
When they were in our defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
On 3rd down, Genty. And the defense up to the task, so that should usher out the Raiders punt team on this 4th down. We'll see.
At the 12-yard line. A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
They'll go. It's Mendoza. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. We are still scoreless in this one as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
Williams has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Well, you've taught me, Buck. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run right into the teeth of that blitz.
The other thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
And he gets in. Touchdown. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. And he misses the point after, so this stays a 6-point game.
And no good. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Drive starts with Gentile. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
This is Gentile on 2nd. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. He was quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Here's Mendoza out of the play fake. Buying some time right. And this won't even get back to the line, Brock. Hit erased any chance of that one. It's incomplete. 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Fourth down and 9, and look at this. The offense is still out there. Swap into a different play here. 4th down. Here's Mendoza. That one's cut along the left sideline. And this drive is going to continue. 14 yards on 4th down. They're staying out there.
I just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Mendoza. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Gentile from the gun. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, partner. I know you always do, but it felt like maybe that was one of their last gasps to get into field goal range before we hit halftime.
Yeah, you kind of look at both sides. Defense is doing all they can to prevent that thing from being thrown over their head, and can the offense find some way to puncture that defense to get into that field goal range?
As we kind of expected, it does not work out. So a little surprised to see him go for it. They're headed off after they turn it over on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Dak to the air here. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Shotgun snap, a give to Blue. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they come away with some points on that series.
This is why those kickers are down there before the game trying those kicks in midfield. Kind of like Hooper shooting that half-court shot before half, because they believe, kickers do, that they're going to get an opportunity to be a difference maker. With that long kick, he certainly was.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap to Mendoza. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd. Oh, Brock, he's had to wait and wait to even be targeted in this game. And he's going to have to keep waiting now to see that first catch.
You know who will not be waiting? The critics after this one. You've got to get your tight end involved. Find a way somehow to get him the ball.
He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
To the air on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Rolling and takes a deep shot down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a well-timed hit knocks it out. And quickly coming out of the locker room now, partner. This defense is forced to 4th down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
Six yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. Mendoza going for it. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
On second down, a run with Williams. They rally to him after a gain of about 7. That effort enough. They've got the first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. Get a first down, that's a bonus.
On first down, it's Blue. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
A third down run with Blue. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Prescott now to throw on third down. He brings it in. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal. Looking quickly here.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. It's brought in over the middle. Touchdown, Dallas. C.D. Lamb. 5 yards away. Brian Schottenheimer wants his guys to get 2 more here.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Dak out of the pistol. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead.
That makes the score Cowboys 17. Raiders nothing.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Trey Tucker to return it. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Mendoza. Has his man, but his man does not have that football. He drops an easy one, Brock. It's second down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Second down now for Mendoza. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. Racing towards the corner, and he's across. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Genty scoring from 69 yards away. Matt Gay on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And the lead now down to 10.
17. Raiders 7. Matt Gay to kick off for Las Vegas.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's going to be hauled to the ground with a 1st down in tow. Give him 9 on that play.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Here's Dak. And the coverage too much to battle through on this play. Multiple defenders there, a lot of contact at the catch. This one's incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Blue here from the pistol. Open space inside the 40. Into the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark, because this one is up and through. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. This makes it up to the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Mendoza from the pistol. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now a deep shot back towards the middle of the field. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Jalen Thompson makes the play.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now Dak to throw. Got a man. It's Flanoy. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch. Picked up a few on that 1st down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Dak. That's Flanoy. He's got it. And give him about 4. Nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
It's a gain of 4.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Prescott set to pass. It is almost picked off. He had the interception, but he couldn't hang on. It will, though, still bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. On 4th down, Prescott's a throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And that was a good call to go for it there. That's a gain of 9 and a 1st down on 4th and 3. Well, that was no guarantee, Brock, and it's a call I don't think a lot of coaches would have the courage to make in that spot.
No, I think that's right, Kate, but you also typically know what you're going to get defensively, and that's man-to-man in those short yardage situations, either 3rd or 4th, and they take advantage of it.
And this is going to be incomplete. They were on him right off the snap, and that hit altered the throw. That brings up 2nd down.
Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
Give to Williams from the gun. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Throw here, 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Buck. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
They do snap it. Here's Prescott. Throw is caught by the back. Did he get there? Did he get there? I don't think so. Yeah, the refs agree. He's marked short. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover.
I know, Kate, on the stat sheet, that failure is going to go on the guy catching the pass. But to me, that's really about the play call and the execution. You just can't have that on 4th down.
So the 4th down keeps him out there again. This drive continuing. It's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete. The coverage by Caleb Downs.
Mendoza now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
They needed a lot more out of this offense in this one, Kate, to keep pace in this contest. Just wasn't there. Continuity wasn't there. Rhythm wasn't there. Confidence wasn't there. This is one they like to forget.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And they're able to get to him before he becomes a real threat for that 1st down. Damage limited to 7. He is 4th down. Looks like a gain of around 7. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Trying to set this up quick.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Las Vegas.
It's Mendoza. Passing quick here with the pass rush. Fast enough to match it. On and in time to alter that throw. And it falls incomplete. That brings up 2nd down. And it just seems, Brock, like this punishment is not going to end until that clock runs out. It has been a lot of plays just like that one that have led them here.
You know what's funny too, Kate, is you say that. I can still feel soreness in my neck, in my ribs.
Yeah. Pressure's there, and they drop him back at his own 45. That's another one for Gary. And that is a couple for him today. Man, he got about as deep in that pocket as he could go, Brock. Thought that we'd see him throw it away, but he got laid out instead.
Yeah, again, just a lesson that you kind of stack all these lessons when you're a young quarterback, and you think you can get away from these guys? Not at this level.
Grabbed by Besh, left side. And the defense is going to rally to this football, stops things in the short field. So just 4 yards on that completion. That makes it 4th and long. They'll go. It's Mendoza. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
They're going to pass it here. Into the hands of Pickens. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Send right down the middle and good. And that makes this a 24-point ball game.
Cowboys 31, Raiders 7. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Mendoza. He's got it deep downfield. And that will be a touchdown as they come through with a little fight there, Brock, at the end of what has been a struggle.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Raiders leaving the offense out there. They want to add 2 more to that touchdown.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Mendoza. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late.
Matt Gay to kick off for Las Vegas.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
That's a gain of
And now the
4.
Raiders call for the
Brings
first
up
of their
3rd
timeouts.
and 1.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now Prescott. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he gets home. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb. First return score, now he's got a receiving one, too. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And the lead now up to 23.
Raiders 15. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. This is Mendoza. Trying to push deep downfield. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. So 2nd down coming up. 6 seconds to go, potentially our final snap. Second down now for Mendoza. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could, and the incompletions continue to pile up.
This will be the final play of the game. Here he goes, one final shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ballgame.
Yeah, it is super fun.